Poke Nerds, welcome in. Thanks so much for being here. Thursday, September 25th. Right now, we are taking a look at a set that not a lot of folks are looking at right now. One of the best things to do in this hobby when things are going absolutely crazy, as they have been for almost the last calendar year, is to look in places that others are not. That can be one of the most fulfilling things when you look at your collection in a year, 2 years, and you look back at what you were able to find when other people were not paying attention. And I think Temporal Forces can potentially be one of those types of sets right now in September. Of course, booster boxes as we look at some of the sealed products, and then of course we're going to look at some of the top singles from Temporal Forces as well. Booster boxes, like everything else in this market, have gone crazy from a sealed standpoint. This was a set that a year ago you could purchase a booster box for under $100, right around $100. Looking at September 30th, that was really when things started to turn a little bit. But I bought in 2024 Temporal Forces booster boxes for under $100. Of course, that's not the case anymore. But this is still a lot cheaper than a lot of other sets that came out in a similar time frame. I think Temporal Forces is a really good set. Now, there are some cards, some singles that folks are certainly paying attention to in Temporal Forces, but what I would suggest is for folks to look at some of the cards that are not being paid attention to very much right now. Now, we'll look at ETBs as well, which we've looked at recently on the channel, but there's two different Elite Trainer boxes. You've got the Iron Leaves, you've also got the Walking Wake. They're both around $90 right now. I think that's, it's almost double MSRP. It's kind of crazy in my opinion. I personally, if I was looking to add some Temporal Forces to my collection, now if you're a sealed collector, investor, whatever, sure. If you buy a Temporal Forces booster box at $260, fine. If you buy a Temporal Forces ETB at $90, fine. If you sit and hold it for 5 years, yes, it's going to do really well, right? That's really not the question. Now, starting with some of the cards that are in high demand right now from Temporal Forces, this was very predictable. The Ghastly, the Gengar, the Morty's Conviction, these are cards that feature top tier Pokemon. They are cards that are in even more demand right now because of Phantasmal Flames, which apparently is not actually going to even be a Gengar set for all intents and purposes, is what everybody's saying right now. There's not going to be a Gengar, special illustration rare. Still, this is where everyone is looking within this set right now. Ghastly, illustration rare, beautiful card. I've got a Japanese PSA 10. Absolutely love the card. You've got Haunters, you've got Gengar, you've even got Meowth peeking around the corner a little bit scared. It's such a cool card, but it's going crazy right now. I mean, 3 months ago, this was in the 30s. That would have been the time to buy it. It's now low list, $60 for a legitimate listing. I guess the Castle Games has one for 46. I don't know what's up with that. Could check that out for sure. See if that's a legitimate listing. But yeah, this card has gone crazy. It's up 60% in the last 3 months. It's up 28% in the last month. Yeah. That is not an example of looking in a place that others are not. Same thing with Morty's Conviction, which Morty is a classic Pokemon trainer, old school. A lot of folks remember Morty from the games. You've also got Gengar, obviously. You've also got a Pidgey. Gotta love the Pidgeys hiding out in the cards. Lots of Pidgeys in Scarlet and Violet cards. Now, this card is also up a lot in the last 3 months, 22%. Overall, in the last month, it hasn't gone up a crazy amount. It's a special illustration rare trainer that features multiple Pokemon, including one Gengar, which is one of the most popular Pokemon of all time. I don't think that this is a crazy price point. And look, I don't think any of the price points in Temporal Forces for singles are crazy right now. I think you're going to look back at that Ghastly illustration rare in a few years and be like, damn, I can't believe it was $30 in, July of 2025. $37, $35. But this is on the rise still, Last 3 months up 22%, up a little bit this month. I don't think it's a bad time to get in on Morty's Conviction, but there's still a lot of interest. It's selling pretty well. There's a lot of interest in most cards right now. The hobby is going absolutely berserk, but Gengar EX, full art from Temporal Forces. This card has shot up like a can in the last 3 months. It's up 100%. The last 1 month, it's up 61%. I mean, this card was $20 in July. All the way up to low list of about $40, $45, $47 here for a full art Gengar. Now, we'll start to get into some of the cards I think are a great place for people to look right now. Raging Bolt EX Special Illustration Rare. This is the ancient version of Raikou. Not everybody loves the ancients, the futures. I personally think that they are a very cool gimmick that Pokemon did. I like the ancients and futures better than, in most cases, a lot of the like terrestrialization type cards. This Raging Bolt looks straight out of Jurassic Park. It's really cool. I love it. This card at one point was a $100 card. It's now sitting at about $65, $67, $68. Not cheap, but I think you could do a lot worse. On the last 3 months, it's down 9%. This is somewhere that folks are just not looking as much. Right? A lot of these temporal forces. And we're going to go through Raging Bolt, Gouging Fire, which is the ancient version of Entei. Another very nice special illustration rare card. This graph is broken. On the 1 month, it's down about 2%. It's a card that's only $35 for a special illustration rare ancient version of Entei. Personally, this is one of my least favorite special illustration rares from the set, but I still like it a lot. And I think the design on the ancients and futures, almost all of them, is really solid. Walking Wake. This is a card that's actually up a little bit the last 3 months. You look at the 1 month and it's up a good bit. But it's still only, actually, it's still only about $40. Some listings right under $40. $40 for Walking Wake. EX Special Illustration Rare. If you're into these cards, if you're into Temporal Forces, it's not a bad time to be looking at a lot of these as compared to a lot of other things in the market. Now we've got Iron Crown EX Special Illustration Rare. This is also a card that was close to $100. It's now under $50. This was the chase card of Temporal Forces upon release. It is a beautiful art. And might not be the most popular opinion. I actually do think they did a much better job with the future Pokemon and Temporal Forces than they did with the ancient arts. Raging Bolt, I like a lot, that art. But I think Iron Crown, Iron Leaves, and Iron Boulder have stronger arts. Yellow Moon in the background really pops with the light blues of the future. Iron Crown here. Future version of Cobalion. This card is down on 3 months, about 10%. It's down 3% on the month. $45. That is, I mean, out of everything we've talked about so far, to me, that's right there with anything in Temporal Forces. Iron Leaves too. I mean, this card, another broken chart here, but this card has been above $50 at its all-time high. It's been above $40 for a long time. You can now get it for $26, $27. It's a beautiful one. The greens in this really pop. The future version here of Virizion. I think it's such a stunning art. Iron Boulder. To complete that trio. Terrakion. Another, my least favorite one, but Terrakion's my least favorite Pokemon of those three legendaries. But still, I mean, this card's $20. I think its all-time high is about $25. Nothing crazy. But those three special illustration rares, if you want to complete that trio, I mean, that's easy to do right now. And beyond these legendary special illustration rare cards, legendary ancients and futures, and your obviously your Ghastly and Gengar and Morty's conviction cards. There's other really nice cards here too. You've got the connected art between Deerling and Sawsbuck. Both of these are at reasonable price points in my opinion. Deerling is up from 18 to 22 in the last 3 months, but overall, I mean, it's at a very reasonable price point if you wanted to get those two cards together, if you wanted to grade them together, get them sequential. I think that makes a lot of sense. Deerling and Sawsbuck. You get the Deerling going from the orange to the blue to the pink, and then the Sawsbuck looking back at the Deerling, the pink here, greens into reds. I know that that's not like the two most popular Pokemon, not the most popular evolution line, but that's stunning. That's really cool cards. Metagross, pseudo legendary. This is one of my favorite cards in the set. It's what, like $20 right now. Get it for a little under $20, $19. It's up a little bit, but if you look at the 1 year, in March it was up 38, almost $40. Everything was going crazy in Q1. I love seeing the pseudo legendary Metagross Pokemon with just like a holiday snowy scene is cool. You've got the snowman here, but helping out clean up all the snow after a snowstorm. You've got a beautiful sunset that is featured in the background and also in the windows of the snow plow. I really don't think it gets much better than that Metagross. Arbok is another great one. About to be feasting on some dinner. Arbok, I think, got up over $20, $25, something like that. Yeah, 22. Currently about 15. There's a lot of other cards within Temporal Forces that I think are awesome to add to the collection. Beautiful arts, illustration rares that people just aren't paying as much attention to. And so the whole point of this is A, to take a look at Temporal Forces, but B, to talk a little bit about trying to find cards, trying to find places in the hobby that not everybody is looking. And that can be very fulfilling. To be able to get cards that not everybody is paying as much attention to as maybe, Mega Evolution coming out tomorrow. Everybody just was buying up the Charizard, Mega Charizard X UPC. These are really good cards. Temporal Forces is a really good set, and it's just not getting the attention that it probably deserves. You can take advantage of that right now by finding some of these cards cheaper than they have been in the past and cheaper than they will be in the future. Really appreciate y'all tuning in. If you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. Have a good one.